My girlfriend had a crush on this bartender for a few years, so I dumped her. Recently, I went away with my girlfriend Natasha's family to their summer cottage up north. While driving there, her mother suddenly asks in this playful, teasing voice, "So Natasha, are you excited to see Ricardo again?" My girlfriend immediately turned bright red and started fidgeting with her phone, while everyone in the car burst out laughing. Her father then explained to me how she'd developed this massive crush on one of the bartenders at this upscale marina restaurant they visit every summer. He'd been working there for about 4 years. Apparently, Natasha had been swooning over him since she was 19. Her younger brother chimed in, saying she used to spend hours picking out outfits just for their dinner reservations there. When we arrived at the cottage around 3 p.m., everyone wanted to head straight to the restaurant for their traditional first night meal, but Natasha insisted she needed to shower and freshen up because she wanted to look presentable. She disappeared into the bathroom for nearly 3 hours, curling her hair, applying a full face of makeup, and changing outfits twice before settling on this tight dress I'd never seen before. At the restaurant, her family warmly greeted all the staff members they knew from previous visits, but Natasha just stood there nervously by the entrance, clearly scanning the room. Then I heard someone call out from behind the bar, "Well, look who's back, princess." Tall, dark-haired guy emerged with this huge grin, walked straight over to Natasha, and gave her this lingering hug while she practically melted. He kept calling her princess throughout the evening while taking our drink orders and clearing plates. When I quietly asked Natasha why he was using pet names with her, she claimed it was just some inside joke they'd developed over the years, nothing romantic about it. I kept catching her staring at him throughout dinner. Every time he walked past our table, her eyes followed him. When I discreetly texted her asking her to stop being so obvious about it, she texted back denying that she was staring at all, claiming I was being paranoid and possessive. About an hour later, Ricardo started clearing some tables near the bar area, and Natasha suddenly got up and walked over to help him collect glasses and napkins. She spent at least 10 minutes chatting with him while wiping down tables, laughing at everything he said, and completely ignoring our table where her family was having dessert. When we finally got ready to leave around 10 p.m., she made a point of walking over to say goodbye to him personally. They hugged again, and he whispered something in her ear that made her giggle like a schoolgirl. Her family was already heading toward the exit, but she lingered there for another few minutes before reluctantly joining us. During the drive back to the cottage, couldn't stop talking about how funny and charming Ricardo was, how he remembered her favorite drink from last summer, and how much more mature he seemed this year. Her parents were encouraging this conversation, asking questions about his life, teasing her about her obvious infatuation. That night, I told Natasha we needed to talk privately. I explained that I wasn't comfortable being in a relationship with someone who was clearly interested in another man, especially when that interest was so public and embarrassing. I said I deserved to be with someone who was excited to see me, not someone who spent 3 hours getting ready to impress a bartender. She tried to argue that it was just harmless flirting and that I was overreacting, but I'd made up my mind. Took up with her right there in the cottage, packed my bags, the first bus back to the city the next morning, leaving her to explain to her family why their vacation had suddenly become awkward.